Hey everybody, welcome back to another Next Level PC unboxing video. My name is Brian. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Raidmax Monster II, and I'm wearing my Christmas in July shirt because we got a Christmas come early kind of thing going on here. Raidmax has chosen us to unbox a couple of their cases. We're very excited about it, so they're sponsoring this video, but I do want to let you know that you're going to get the same unbiased unboxing that you're used to. So with that, let's get into it and see what it has. Alright, so let's get inside here. And Raidmax definitely takes the first impressions thing seriously. Their box, more decorated than all the other boxes that we've messed around with. Quality outside, let's see if that holds true for the inside here. Got nice little handles for picking up and moving around if you're going to be using this for a LAN box. But there's our first look at the Raidmax Monster II. A couple key cosmetic features we want to dig into before we start getting into this. This case does come with a full panel tempered glass side, and as you can see, it does have pretty sturdy plastic handles here on the top for you to grab onto. And the front of this case has a unique fin design that covers the entire front of the case. It kind of hides, but you do have some cooling opportunity down here. We'll get into that later once we get inside. You have two 5 1/4 inch bays. To remove the tempered glass side panel, it's only 4 thumb screws here, which is actually pretty nice. We've worked with a couple cases that had 6 or 8, and it becomes a bit of a hassle getting them on and off. So having 4 is a bit of a luxury, and they are quality. The first thing that we notice getting into this case is it has a very clean design, and you've got a lot of cable management option right here, just a wide open panel. That's really nice. And up on the front, it does come with a 140mm fan. What's really nice about it is it does have the ability to take 120mm as well, which is maybe a bit more standard, and if you've already got them, you can use them in this case. Another thing to note here is you've got a filter that is for both those fans in the front. You can easily pull that out and clean it if you need to. And up here at the top, you've got two 5 1/4 inch bays with the easily removable pins here, so you can just pull those out if you need to. It does have a basement, which we always like. That keeps it nice and clean and also gives you more efficiency for cooling your power supply. And we'll show you more a little closer later, but you can store two 5 1/4 inch hard drives right down here. This case does support full ATX, micro, and ITX as well, and mini. It can take any of those motherboards. And you also have in the back another 140mm fan, and they are both blue LEDs. This case gives you tons of room for water cooling if that's what you're into, and it also allows you to remove the hard drive bay. So if you remove that, it gives you room to do a 360mm water cooler in the front or a 240 on top. Of course, you can do smaller, but if you want to do the big boys, you got to remove that bay. If water cooling isn't your thing, this case does have a rather large cutout here right where the air cooling would go. So you've got plenty of room to pick out whatever air cooler you might want and put it on your motherboard. Looking at the back of this case, it does have a pretty standard layout, but there are a couple really cool features that we want to go over. Just to kind of breeze through it, you've got your 140mm up here we already talked about. Here's your cutout where your motherboard's going to sit. You've got 7 PCI slots here, and one thing to point out is they are reusable. So you don't have to throw them away. You can keep them in there and keep your airflow solid. You got your power supply down here that goes on the bottom, and you do have a removable dust filter that you can just pull out, clean off, and put it right back in. One thing that we definitely want to talk about that's really cool, we've actually never seen this before, and as custom builders, it can be a huge pain, and this solves that problem for us. If you do need to get in and change your graphics card out or do any sort of tinkering with your Wi-Fi card or whatever you've got in here, all you have to do is just unscrew this a little bit, slide that out, and you can get into this stuff easily. You don't have to unscrew 3 or 4 screws to get into that. So that's pretty cool. Taking a look at the back side of this case, we do see you've got the black cables, which is really nice for your aesthetics, not the brightly colored red, yellow, black. It's just all solid black, which looks great in the photographs and just if you're checking out your build. You can have 2 different 2.5 inch bays there for solid states that just mount to the back, pretty convenient. You have two 5 1/4 inch bays down here for mechanical drives or whatever other kind of storage you're wanting to put down here. And we've already talked about it, but here's the basement where your power supply goes. Just like to point that out again. And we'll also point out again that you've got the cable management slot here so you can keep a nice clean back end. And for us, the mark of a solid case is when they send your hardware in a box instead of just a little baggie. So if you open this up, you've got all your screws, all your bolts, and you've got your user manual in here and your zip ties for cable management. It's just a nice little touch. Up here on the top of the case, you've got your power button, your reset button. You have your hard drive and power LEDs. Unfortunately, Raidmax did not label these, but here are your headphone and microphone jacks. You'll just have to refer to your user manual to figure out which one is which. And you have two USB 3.0s. Thank you guys so much for watching this Next Level PC unboxing video. If you liked what you saw or learned anything, click like and subscribe. And if you're in the market for a custom PC, give us a shout out on our website or on our Facebook. We'd be happy to work with you building a custom PC that fits your needs. Thanks again, we'll see you next time. I think that was good. Okay. So we can just kind of, like B-roll that.